Hello, and look, Oz is gone already. What the heck?
Hi.
What the heck?
You know that's coming.
Comes and he
He
goes.
he wanders in with no shirt on. Welcome to the dungeon. Hey Blanco, hey Dougal. Welcome, welcome. Happy to have you here on this wonderful Monday.
I think it's
Any-
Monday. Might be Friday for all I know.
it very well could be.
Ugh.
Taking care of some things here. Anyways, welcome. Thanks for being with us tonight. Will we make it back to town? I don't know. Marsland's
Probably
still on
not.
the boat. Marsland's I think just looking at stats. Looking at stats, making sure we're all good. Looks that way. Looks like we're holding strong. Anyways, so yeah, welcome. A few things to get out of the way, but not as much as normal. Marsland joined the Lonely Island. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. There. Move my microphone closer. Um so to get started, as always, don't forget about Midland Mall Comic Con. Return of the Midland Mall Comic Con, March 4th and 5th, in Midland, Michigan. Come hang out with me and Bishop and Quentin as we will be doing some one-shot D&D adventures. Those will be fun. They're going to last an hour and a half, and signups are still available. You can see the list of times on Discord and on our Facebook page. So be sure to join us for that. And even though you might not know, because you weren't looking at those signups, there are two different campaigns there. There's one on the left, and there's one on the right. The left one is going to be done by Bishop, and the right one will be done by me. And both are going to be fun. We've already been talking a little bit about what's going on and maybe some curious things between the two. So, thanks for getting the Discord link there. Y'all are on the second monitor, got Overwatch going on the other side. Make sure you aren't muted. Pre-startup check. Let's see. What do I don't have any of those loaded. Okay. So yeah. On with that. We are going to have two giveaways, one each day at Midland Mall, where you can get this really neat dice tower, not this one, but you can get this really neat dice tower. You put the dice in the eye hole. In fact, I got a dice here and it'll probably shoot out across my desk because this is how it happens. But take the dice, put it in the eye hole, and right out of the mouth, and it's a 5. So,
Well, I don't want that one. So that's better than what we normally roll.
That'd be the lowest he rolls all night.
maybe. We'll be giving away one of those along with a dice tray with a dice holder and a set of metal dice. So I'm going to try to get some pictures of that stuff so we can see the package of it all. But stop by.
It's a green screen on a green thing. That was a bad idea. Hang on.
Oh yeah, he's got it done.
It's oh my god. Zoom is gonna be like, I'm just gonna change everything so you can't see crap.
Heard that dude is doing a giveaway too, but so far nobody wants tone. That is true. Getting a little seasick watching Marston's background. Whoa. Yeah.
Oh.
So nice. It's got our logo on it, and it's got the dice go in there. So those are going to be for those showing up. Drop your name in the hat, or however we're going to do that. I guess, guys, we should probably figure out how we're going to do that. And we will be drawing those each day. And if nobody's there, then I get to keep them. So, green object. This is humor I would pay for. Green object on a green screen. Guys, sometime we should all just buy green shirts and do the whole stream in green shirts. Just so it's floating heads. So that's Midland Mall. Banter and Babble will be there. So be sure to stop by. It is free. All you gotta do is show up. They're just asking for donations. We'll have some kind of donation box out if you want to stop by and drop us some stuff. Just saying. Just saying. We'll do something. Moving on. Beer of the week in the last final moments of the day because I'm super busy. Fanboy Tone gifted a sub to Blanco. Thanks for that. Panda Eating Pancakes is here. It's a great day. It is. Also, welcome, Madam Legit. Thanks for the follow on Wednesday. But beer of the week. This week, we have Under the Cover of Night from Abomination Brewing. Evidently, it's a really good brewery up in Michigan. I have not had the privilege of trying their stuff because Michigan has weird import-export beer laws because it's 1953 still up there. The can art looks dope. Yes, they do a really good job with their can art. They're one of those. Fanboy Tone again gifting with Panda Eating Pancakes. Man, he's on a roll tonight. Thank you for that. North Haven. Oh, they're out of North Haven, Connecticut. My bad. It's not an IPA though. How does that work? I don't know. At least we can offer you an IPA. Yeah. So there's been this big discussion right before stream about how Michigan's beer sales are going flat because everything they do is an IPA and nobody wants that.
They're all wrong.
And I actually can get Fanboy Tone to admit that Ohio has better breweries. So, and it's true. It's true. My beer is almost done. I'll get to taste it this weekend. So the first pass on that. So Third Eye is amazing. I think we're going there. We're gonna do something there when you guys come down for Horror Hound weekend. Horror Hound weekend. I know how that sounded. I immediately corrected myself. Horror Hound weekend. Horror Hound. It's poor wording. What's funny is, Mike, how long has this been going on down here? And we just ignored it.
Couple years.
I'd ignore a whorehound.
I wouldn't. No. No. Yeah, a couple years, and the crew from Cobra Kai is going to be there. So I can tell Ralph Macchio that he's the bad guy. So Eagle Claw Fang, Eagle Fang forever. Hooer Hound, yeah. Bruce Campbell's gonna be there. The guy who played Art the Clown in Terrifier is gonna be there.
Doug Bradley's supposed to be there, the original Pinhead.
Yeah. Crypt Keeper, the guy who voiced the Crypt Keeper, is supposed to be there. That's exciting. Tone is going insane, by the way. So him and Half-Ass are gonna come down and check that out. Yeah.
I've got a question. I haven't been keeping up on the Karate Kid. Did it go dark? Because why is Karate Kid staff at a horror show?
We did ask that of ourselves.
Yeah. So Mike sent me a message one day and he's like, "Hey, look who's going to be there." And I think my first response was, "Cool, but why?"
Mr. Miyagi comes back from the grave and starts murdering his students.
I'm cool with it because what's his name? The older guy is going to be there, and I like him.
The guy who played E.T. is going to be there?
Cove. Yeah, the guy that played E.T. That was in E.T. Yeah, and he was in
him and the brother.
Haunting of Bly Manor or whatever.
He does a lot of Stephen King stuff.
Yeah. Those are good shows, by the way.
To check out this website. Here it is.
There you go. There you go.
Twitch chat.
It isn't the greatest website, but it looks it's
horrific.
Well, it is Sharonville.
It is Sharonville, yeah, but it's right next to Third Eye, and Third Eye does a special brew for it each year. So
there's a big expo center in Sharonville, right? I went to a church service around there. I think it was right by an expo, a big, yeah.
I exist here, but I can't say I live.
It's
here.
like 20 miles south of you.
I that doesn't mean a thing, man. I still use a GPS to get down to Third Eye.
I use a GPS for everything around here.
Yeah, so that's going to be some fun stuff coming up, and then even more local is we have our lobster weekend coming up in May, and I'm going to try to convince Tone to come down for that.
Ohio lobster?
Dude, yeah. So I know.
Skeptical, very skeptical.
They are Maine lobsters, and they fly them down like the day before and set it all up.
Still no lobsters?
And the fishermen are there, and you can talk to the fishermen, and they talk about the ones they caught, and it's what was it last year, Mike? Like $14-15 for a pound and a half lobster.
That's actually pretty cheap.
No, 20. It was 25 per.
That sounds more like it.
I thought it was cheaper than that. They
No, you told me it was cheaper than that. And then when I got
Yeah.
there, they charged me more.
because the prices went up. Well, God, when I was up in the New England area, the lobster roll was $35.
Holy cow.
And
Uh-huh.
that's
And I'm surrounded by ocean, and I can't find a cheap price on seafood.
Yeah, the seafood's ridiculous right now. Drass in this campaign has a lot of water. You should have giant geese on the water. Geese are terrible. I hate them.
These are assholes.
They are. They are. Swans are bad too. They're
Yeah.
big
They got
birds are
little teeth.
jerks. Yeah.
I've got Muscovy ducks around me, and if you've never seen a picture of a Muscovy duck, it's kind of horrific. They have like weird wart masks on them, and it's a strange breed. Very strange.
Florida man. Geese poop a lot, and I mean a lot. Yes, like a lot.
Facts.
The gooses will be at Horror Hound. Wow, we are really tangenting off. One last thing, in case you didn't hear or heard my celebratory cheers from my own house, Wizards of the Coast, Hasbro has completely went back on what they were going to do. They have irrevocably set the OGL 1.0A as the rule of the land. They should have never done what they did because they broke the trust of the user base. But they have irrevocably set that that's the way it is. They've eliminated their virtual tabletop policy, and they've taken SRD 5.1 and made it put it under a Creative Commons license. And you may say, what does that mean? In the past, Wizards owns the right to the names Beholder and all these things because these are monsters they've created. Putting it under Creative Commons means anyone can use that stuff. So that's a big deal. Like they went the extra step to say, hey, fine, it's all use our stuff. I think they're just trying to save face right now, especially with the movie coming up and all that. So yeah, Nerds Unite, we won. That's what it means. So kudos to all you D&D nerds out there that held the line, canceled your D&D Beyond accounts, sent the message where it hurts, Hasbro, and that's in their freaking pocket. Now,
They saw Pathfinder stock go up and then Hasbro go down.
Yeah. So, on that other note, we need to unite one more time. Stop buying Black Series and Marvel Legends figures so that they can reduce the price back to where they're supposed to be and not $35 for a windowless box where you have to guess what the figure actually looks like because they're now going in plastic-free boxes. So, and we could get Mike going on that for like an hour. It's we are both very passionate about what they've done to the Black Series.
Passionate.
Well, they'll make them $25 off of $65.
So they just turned it into like little mystery boxes. So
it really feels like that. It really
it's
feels
like a
like
YouTube thing. Yeah.
So here's the big thing with that is, some of us collectors, I started out, well, you guys have seen my collection. A lot of it's in box. You
It's
can
amazing.
see, I'm not going to pick up a figure that I know that the paint apps are messed up or, you can see defects. Well, now, because Hasbro wants to up prices and put these paper or the plasticless boxes out there, They're not even taking a picture of the actual items. They're using the 3D renders that they
Yeah.
put out. So yeah, it looks pristine when you open up the cover of it and see what's supposed to be inside. But then when you open it and you got a Spider-Man that has half his webs not even painted.
Or you've got just Zalbar or Chris Anderson in general that look like trash. Trash. So why not make a paper window? That's brilliant. Half-ass beer review, folks. Yeah.
At this point, just don't put a box. Don't even make a box. Just start handing out figures.
Maybe this would be a good B&B topic. Write that down, Tone. Tell Dude you guys want to have a discussion about what they've done with figures and this kind of stuff. That's a pop culture thing. So you want to check those guys out on Wednesday. They're doing a game night this Wednesday. Defect is here. I thought it felt more powerful. Dongers. And if you don't know what that means, you need to check Defect out. There's the new 52 Super. We are going way off in B&B land right now. We got to get started. We're 16 minutes in. So, without further ado, let's get started. All right, let's get some music going here.
As always, on Half-Ass Beer Review, we do little drink, big drink. Cheers, everybody.
All right. Where we left off last week, more new music, guys. More new music. The party who was fleeing from Perrin's Folly, we're leaving at an expedited rate. They got on the boat heading toward Candor's keep. And on the journey, they taking their prisoner, the priest from Perrin's Folly. They questioned him. He had some discussions with them and lost a few teeth in the process. Bishop. So, I believe it was the morning of the next day where we stopped last time. This would be day 3, I believe. I think so. No, it's very rough seas today. What would you like to do? Yep. Definitely raining. Hold on. Did I forget to unmute? Yep. There we go. That was my bad. as usual.
Wah, wah.
You know
Don't
what, I
worry.
need-
What we said was very witty, and you'll never get it back.
I
Sorry.
wonder if I can map a button. I need to map a button on my stream deck where I can just
Map it.
map it. Okay. The ship is being tossed to and fro. The waves are high, slapping into the ship. I need you all to start out with a Constitution check.
Not again.
Well, there goes my one good roll of the night.
Oh yeah.
There's somebody's.
Oh, you got a nat 20.
First roll.
Ooh, yeah. Nat 1.
Oof. I got like a 13.
2 ranks of exhaustion.
Okay.
13, 14? Not yet.
Take that, sucker.
Dang. Look at you guys.
Wow. 2 nat 20s on this.
All right. Oddly
Got
enough,
14.
Jade, Bishop, Jade and Bishop, you both are seasick. I don't know what that means for you, Bishop, but you're seasick.
What does that mean for us?
Take that as you will. The priest lifts his head up. Did you choose the longest route you could back to the keep?
That's Bishop, right? Bishop's the last one watching him.
Yeah.
The only ship available. Hope you're enjoying yourself.
As he's
Ah.
covered in his own feces.
Yeah, you guys haven't let him do it. He's just dropping it right there. I feel fine. Better than you, I would imagine.
Bishop just ignores him right now.
Okay. As the waves get higher and higher and the ship's tossed and the lightning crashes, you hear a cracking noise.
Uh-oh.
Goes the mast.
You see the mast where it's beginning to separate and the front of the ship starting to crack open. Grundar comes out. Well, I didn't expect that to happen, but these waves are rough. Maybe with a good tail wave, we'll slide the rest of the way into the keep.
You're charging 2 gold per person per day for this?
Not per day,
Your ship
for the
is
whole
falling
trip.
apart? Oh, it was only 2 gold for the entire trip? I was thinking it was 20 gold per day for some reason, or 20 silvers per day.
Still too much.
Crew, we're taking on some more water. How much more can the bottom hold before we actually go down? Not much more, Captain. Not much more.
How much water is down there again? I got rid of a crap ton last night.
You can go find out.
You need to fix the leaks again.
Right? Mars, we might need to go fix everything in the basement and stop it from flooding some.
I can't get rid of the water. I think that is your specialty, but I can fix the leaks for sure.
Yeah, I can help with any holes in the boat as well.
Shall we go?
Let's
Can't
go.
wait. The boat will be underwater.
So I'll head down under deck.
Okay. There's a lot more water than last time, and Marsland, you can see the water is spraying in down toward the front of the ship.
spraying at the front of the ship.
It's just spraying in, gallons coming in.
I'm gonna run up to it and start casting mending
You
I will
start,
also be doing that.
over and over again.
you run down there and you get about just underneath your chest in water, and you're pushing through and it's just spraying. You can feel the ship kind of lurching as it's dipped down, and you got more resistance on the front. And you begin casting. Gwenton, this of course is much higher on you as you.
I can't keep my head above water.
Give me an athletics as you're kind of swimming and trying to cast, and
Both of us?
no,
15.
just Gwenton.
Okay.
You're
Yeah.
tall enough; it's not a big deal.
Sweet.
So you're able to tread water, and you begin working on the front of the ship there from the inside. Jade and Bishop, the sick people, what are you doing?
The sick people.
I'm going to make sure that the priest doesn't get killed,
Okay.
but I'm not really doing much else.
Okay. Jade?
I'm sitting on the deck, grabbing a hold of one of the railings, just trying to keep from puking.
Okay. The holes patch in the lower deck, and it feels like the ship is moving slower through. There's quite a bit of water down there, but you do have it patched up. When Jade and Bishop, you hear another large crack coming from the mast above you. It's still attached, but you can see it just kind of bending in the wind. Time is short. We'll start with Marsland.
Grendar's up on the deck, right?
Wait, where's Oz? Oz, what are you doing during all this?
I'm just sitting on the top deck, just swaying back and forth, like because I'm aware of these ships, and I'm just like as it's lurching, I'm keeping my balance, watching everybody either lose their lunch or drift back and forth. I got this.
Okay. Gwenton and Marsland, we'll start with you. You're in this deep water. Gwenton, you're still kind of treading water.
No, I say once it's no longer holes pouring in, I'm gonna try to get back out on.
I mean, yeah, are the people top deck aware of the water, like being just like as deep as it is, or I mean, because I'm picturing like below deck 2 levels, there's just water, just I don't know. I mean, how is this process looking?
They're definitely aware that there's water in the ship and that they've slowed down.
How many gallons of water would you say is in the ship?
2,000.
1,000?
Probably 300 to 500 gallons.
Okay. I'm still trying to get out of the water now.
Okay.
Pretty sure all of our sleeping quarters are
They're definitely underwater. Yeah. Marsland, what are you doing?
I'm trying to find, see if there's a bucket or something that I can use to try and start bailing water.
Okay. There's some buckets floating around amongst the debris. And every now and then you see like a rat swimming and is trying to get to a piece of wood floating and you see one like grab on there and it's just kind of looking at you as it's floating on the
Rat! There's multiple buckets?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to take a second to cast Unseen Servant, who will just do anything that I command it to. It's invisible, mindless, and shapeless, but he should be able to pick up a bucket and bail with me.
Okay.
So everybody else is just going to see a bucket floating through air.
Yep. Bishop Jade, you continuing to do your same thing?
Yes.
Captain, you might want to have someone up on the mast repairing.
He stands over there next to you and he just kind of sticks his thumbs in his pants and he looks up there. That looks like a lot of damage. How would you think someone might fix something like that?
This guy have a ship. How is he a captain of a ship?
He inherited it, remember?
I would think if you have rope, get up there and start tying.
Why don't we let down the sail so it's not putting undue strain on the mast?
That's a pretty good idea.
Just saying, it's a lot of wind blowing there.
He takes the sails down, and the priest just cackles to himself. Oh, Kashaba is here today with me. A few moments passes by, and you see Bishop, you see Marsland come up from below carrying a bucket, and followed behind him is just a bucket floating through the air, and he throws the water off to the side, and the bucket steps up beside him basically and dumps over to the side as well. Marsden, you can see they've let the sails down, and you can see the top of the mast just kind of swaying in the wind.
Out of character, is this something that mending would be able to fix, or is that too much damage?
I think it's too much damage. Mending's only like a foot.
Yeah.
It's like bit by bit. I mean, Blaylock prepared a bridge.
Yeah,
It just took time.
It takes time. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Do I see the broken mast too then?
Yeah, once you get done swimming.
Well, Marsland, you want to try helping me fix the mast too?
It doesn't look like they have this covered right now, so I think we probably best jump in and try and resolve this. You continue bailing with the bucket, please, and I'll go over to the mast.
Oz and Jade and Bishop, you see this bucket just move by itself back downstairs, comes back up with water and dumps it over the side, and it just keeps doing that.
Well, I suppose. Any more buckets around?
Well, there are plenty. Just be wary of the rats.
I suppose. And I'll grab 2 buckets, and then I'll just follow the invisible bucket. Very curious about the invisible bucket floating in there, and I'm just going to follow him downstairs until we get to the water.
Okay. So this goes on for a few hours. Marsland and Gwenton, it takes you a few hours. You're just working as you do bit by bit just to keep the mast in place. The storm subsides slightly as night begins to set in. You can see a little bit of the moon peeking out through the clouds.
So that the mast is stable enough, it's not going to break on us.
Enough, yeah.
Enough. That's not what I want to hear. Not after hours of mending it. Well, Marsden, I think we should take a break. Let's get Jade and Oz over with Bishop. I feel like we need to talk about what the game plan is going to be once we make it back to town.
Agreed. Probably best to discuss above board. Unless you feel like wading in water.
I'm looking at my drenched clothes. Nah, I'm good. I'll walk over to where Bishop's at, and if I see Jade and Oz, I'll holler for him.
Okay.
What?
We have a conversation that's needed, Oz.
No. Walk upstairs.
I'll get up and hold the mast as I'm stumbling along trying to get to join them.
Is that a foresight? What's about to happen to us?
Maybe. But continue.
Well, we should be. Is tomorrow when we're supposed to be back at Candor's Keep, or is it?
It's been
Like one
hard to
more
tell
day.
with the way the waves and clouds and storm have
Okay,
been.
so we may be a day behind because of the 5 million gallons of water underneath on this thing. But we need to talk about what's going to happen when we hit back to Candor's Keep. I know we talked about taking the cure to the institute. Was it the institute or the academy, Marsland?
Academy.
The academy, because they could probably analyze it better than the church can. He needs the answer to the church.
I think the Academy would be also quite interested in talking with them.
I mean, I'm sure all of them would be interested in talking to him. Now the question is, do we take a beat up, tied up guy through town, or do we try to get someone from the academy and the church to come here to talk to him?
Can we hire, say, a palanquin or something similar to cart him covered over where we need to get him?
I'm not used to big cities, but I don't think that will work.
Absolutely not. We parade this son of a gun through the town and tell him that he knew of a cure.
The problem with that is how do you think the guards might react to this?
I don't care.
I know you don't care, but we don't want
I
to cause more of a.
suggest you both go to your respective areas and bring up the subject. I will stay on the ship.
What are you gonna? What do you want to do? What are you gonna do on the ship?
Are you not part of this conversation?
Yes.
He's gonna. The conference, it was about keeping the priests on the ship and then going to see if we can bring back someone from the academy and the church to the ship.
Oh, I'm sorry. My hearing must be going because, whew, everything's rumbling, turning in circles. I'm
You don't have
here.
you don't have very good sea legs there, huh?
No, no.
But I wouldn't argue that that's not a bad idea to try doing Bishop. I don't know if High Priest will be able to come here, but I imagine he could send somebody else to come here with me. I don't know.
Having the authority of the church and the academy is better than us who have kidnapped this individual.
Are you suggesting that these Academy member or the church members are the ones that escort him through the town?
They have more clout than we do.
Agreed.
I agree. We don't need another Farron's folly.
I don't have any better idea, so why not we do this?
This is Jade. What do you guys want to do while we're trying to do this? Do you want to stay here to keep an eye on him with Bishop or travel with one of us?
I'll stay here.
I'd like to go with Marsland to see a little more of the town. I'm not used to being in big cities. If you don't mind, I would like to go. Please.
If you could, keep that little pet of yours to yourself.
He's not coming out here. Yes. He is not. It would be bad for everyone.
On that note, Jade, how are you feeling yourself? I know you're pretty exhausted after everything in Parents' Folly.
I'm better. Last few days I've regained a lot of my strength. I'm just ready to get off this ship, be on dry land that doesn't move.
Well, to be honest with you, I hope we can get off this ship because it's been breaking pretty much the entire time we've been on it. It's a good thing Mars and I both can cast a mending spell.
And I
This
appreciate
captain
that.
and crew need to burn this ship.
Oh, I don't
Upon
think I
arrival.
should burn this ship. I mean, you guys fixed it up really good. Thanks for the free labor.
You should not be in charge of any shipping.
That's probably true.
Can there be a spell that like undoes all the mending you've done for past like week?
Just sink the ship in the harbor.
Right.
I appreciate what you've done, though. I mean, a lot less stuff we'll have to take care of once we get into port.
Oh, I think the couple 100 gallons of water underneath us is begging to differ.
As,
Imagine
as
this
the
boat
bucket
coming
still
in.
comes up and dumps water.
Imagine this boat coming in like pirates when Jack Sparrow's just standing on the top of the mast and steps off.
Very much so.
Yeah, right. But no, so we're all agreed on what we're gonna do when we get back to town. Fair warning, though, I am gonna go see Hugh when I go back to the church. I need to check on him.
As you should.
So I might be. I'm not exactly sure what time I'll be back.
That all seems well and good.
So next up, Bishop, are you able to get anything from our friend here?
No, he is very tight-lipped and confident he will not get in trouble.
Well, I hope for our sake that it doesn't go the way he wants it to. But I'm sure he won't be put to death at all while he has a way to make a cure. Sure, they'll want to try to figure out a way to make it with less sacrifices involved.
You think the city is so reckless that they'd immediately want to put him to death?
Gotta think about how many people he's killed at that town.
Do we know how many people he's killed?
We don't. But he does. And I'm sure the church and the academy both have ways to find out.
Potentially. This is magic I'd be very curious in.
Sometimes it's not magic, Marsling. Sometimes it's a little darker than that.
Dark magic?
Waterboarding. We can do waterboarding right now, Adam. We got the water. Everyone's going evil.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do this evening?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Where are you all sleeping?
I'm already wet. Might as well just sleep up top. At least there's no rats floating in the water.
Is this still stormy?
It's more windy than it is stormy.
Okay. I'll sleep up on the deck again and continue my constellation sketches in my book.
Okay.
Only if someone was able to cast Tiny Hut.
Miss those.
I'll most likely be.
Oz, what are you doing?
I'm going to sleep up top.
Bishop?
Same thing I've been doing.
And Gwynton.
I'm gonna keep watch with Bishop, so that way when I fall asleep, at least he's still being watched after.
Okay. You sit down beside. Everyone kind of curls up in their respective areas of the main deck, and you just kind of slide down beside Bishop as he gets in a squatting pattern and just has a steel gaze at the prisoner. Again, as night falls deeper, the priest begins mumbling. You feel another solid hit of water to the boat, shaking the whole boat. You hear micro cracks. Nothing to be overly concerned of, but you could tell the boat was hit solid.
So it's not gonna last much longer. Goddamn microtransactions.
The Quentin, you fade into sleep as the rocking of the ship back and forth. Morning,
Jack Cradle.
right? Morning comes, the sun rises. As you all wake up and look around, in the distance you see Candor's Keep. As you slowly, listfully guide toward the north docks. It seems like it takes forever. Grundar's out there at the wheel. Slow and easy. Slow and easy. Don't want to hurt her.
Pretty sure she's awfully hurt from this journey.
And the ship slides into the dock with a heavier thud. The ship shakes a bunch. One of the crew members throws out the gangplank and runs down onto the dock and almost hugs the dock. Oh, you're dramatic. What do y'all want to do?
I'm gonna make my. I'll talk to you guys later, and I'll make my way to the church.
Okay. Quentin hurries off. Oz?
Bishop. Is Oz here?
Nope. Marslin.
So Bishop, you're staying here?
I mean,
I
I'm up
am.
top.
Please make sure that the boat does not sink. If the boat does sink, please. Well, I don't need to explain to you what to do.
I have it covered.
Would anybody like to come with me to the academy?
I do.
I think I'd rather go see Hugh, but don't
It
want
is
to
okay,
leave.
Oz. If you must, I am fine.
Fine.
You better run after.
Do I still see? Yeah. Do I still see Gwynton? His little.
Yeah,
short
he's
sure,
figure?
I mean,
He's
Gone
not
in the
running,
crowd.
but he's off in the distance.
All right. I'm going to hurry after him without
won't
drawing
take
any
very many
attention to
steps.
myself. Yeah, cloak. A cloak pulled over my head, and I'm gonna hurry after Quentin.
Okay. Quentin, you...
I,
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to start cleaning up the priest.
Okay. He looks awful. His face is swollen. Definitely some dehydration. His eyes are yellowed. He's had a rough go of it.
It wouldn't have been so rough if he didn't stop praying to his goddamn god to crack the ship in half.
Oh.
Bishop, would you like for me to heal him to help some of those bruises?
No, I can do it.
Very good. Well, we shall return.
So Marslin and Jade leave the ship, head down the dock. Quentin, you hear the quickening pace of footsteps behind you.
I'll turn her back.
You see Oz lumbering toward you.
Thought you
Quentin.
were gonna.
Quentin.
I'm right here. Dude. I can hear you. What's up?
What do you mean, what's up?
You said you were going to stay on the ship. Did something happen?
I want to see you.
I mean, I'm fine with that. I just want to make sure nothing happened on the ship. Like you make you change your mind all of a sudden.
Do not care to be on that ship any longer. For right now.
You're having past memories now.
No, it smells like shit.
Well, I mean, that priest did defecate himself for 4 days?
Yes, and it's quite prevalent above deck. Below deck is rats and water. Above deck is shit.
Well, like they don't call it a poop deck for no reason.
Mm.
But yeah, still make my way towards church.
Okay.
I don't remember how far it is from the docks. It's been like
It's
7 years since we've been here.
it is farther away than Marslin and Jade's journey. So we'll go over to Marslin and Jade while you head that way. Beautiful morning. All of you are getting looks as you look pretty rough. Your clothes wet from the sea and you're rather dirty, soot on your face, left over from fighting forest fires. It's been a rough go. Marslin and Jade, you're heading toward the academy.
Second thought, Jade. I'd like to take a pit stop at my hotel. I don't think the academy would be very, very welcoming of us, if we were to come in this state.
Definitely wouldn't mind getting a little wash, just something. I just feel so good to be on land that doesn't move.
It is very good to be in a town that's not going to sink in the middle of the night. I wish we could have gotten a better ship out of that town, but I guess we deal with what we can in the circumstances.
It's better than the alternative of not having any ship at all.
Or, being trampled and beaten to death by an entire village.
They were pretty angry about everything. They're definitely a different lot of people.
Well, I think they might have had some reason to be angry. They didn't seem quite so unpleasant when we first arrived. They weren't friendly, I must say. But they weren't angry.
They were pretty adamant that they don't like outsiders, and they showed that very well.
Just
For me, I gave them a reason, but for people like you and them, they didn't have a reason to be angry at you guys.
You are not going to give anybody a reason here to be angry at us. Right,
No.
Jade?
No. I do not plan on making the same mistake twice.
I don't think the guards here would be quite as tolerant.
Yeah, my life would be a living hell if that was to happen.
Oh, I think that would actually be quite literally, with the fire and whatnot.
Yes, you are correct. Thank you for letting me tag along. I appreciate it.
Oh, I'd never actually said that it was okay. You just came along.
Well, was it okay if I come?
He kind of stops in the middle of the road for a second and it's like, is it okay? Yeah, I suppose it is okay.
Phew, thank you. You had me worried for a minute.
All right, you go to find yourself back at the Gilded Pear. You walk in and Greg, without looking, welcome to the Gilded Pear. How might I be? Oh, my lord, it's been some time. What has happened to you?
It's a long story. I don't know if you have the time to hear all of the woes of our adventure. You have least of the concerns, I guess I could say. You have some curious merchants that come into port here. This place have no standards for the vessels that are allowed to transport goods?
That is not my business. Here they are all guests of the pair.
Well, that is very accommodating of you. I'm assuming my room is still good?
Absolutely.
I've lost track of time.
It's been a week.
Alright. Well, if it is so good, I think we're going to go up and do some much needed freshening up.
But of course. Might I bring some refreshments to you?
Oh, that would be much appreciated. Jade, would you like anything?
Just a bite to eat of real food. Do you have real food here? It's been a long time since we've had anything good to eat.
Yes, my lord, we can acquire such food.
Whatever you have in the back that's hot. I don't care.
As you wish. And he bows his head to both of you. And you go back to the room, and about an hour later, they come up with some food or so while you're cleaning yourself up. While that's all going on, because you chose to do that, back to Gwyn and Oz. Wait, I should stop. Bishop, anything special?
No, like I said, I'm cleaning him up, making sure he's presentable. I will use 1 key point to cast Hand of Healing on him.
Okay.
So that would be for 5.
All right. You also all magically feel 1 gold piece appear in your pocket.
Oh, the captain felt mercy?
You, in your minds, you all hear, dongers.
That wasn't true silver.
I couldn't help myself. Quentin and Oz, you head back to the temple.
I'd like to point out that I shouldn't be covered in anything because I did take a bath while on the ship.
You don't have any soot, but you are wet, disheveled.
Yeah.
All right, you appear in the temple, and I'm guessing you're going back to the high priest.
Yep. Bolt
You
line.
head back and to his study, and the doors are closed.
I'll knock on the doors.
1 second.
Excuse me.
Yes, who is it?
High Priest, it's Gwenton. I'm back from Perrin's Folly.
Oh, come in. Come in. You survived.
Just barely.
Why is everyone so surprised at this?
I don't have the best reputation about making good decisions here. Or doing good on tests.
Oz, you have also returned. Welcome back.
Yes. Hello, High Priest.
Well, I trust that you have found that they're less than hospitable there, but I'm sure friendly enough.
They definitely started out friendly enough.
Good.
Didn't say that
good.
way.
It didn't. What happened?
That's a story for a different time.
I hope
Right
you...
now, there's 2 things to talk about.
Oh,
One
yes.
is we did find the guy who was making the cure. He supposedly made a cure.
Was it real?
From what one of my party members could see on a child he gave a cure to, it seems perfectly real. The child was healthy. The signs of the disease showed healing.
Oh my goodness, just tell him the cost. What was the cost, Quentin?
Oz, calm down. Getting there.
I'll turn my back and start pacing.
Okay.
The problem, he agreed to make us some cures. The problem is, when we went to go see him after we gave him the ingredients, these cures involve sacrificing people to make a cure.
Truly interesting.
And
That's-
we stopped him from killing anybody else, and he's currently on a boat with us,
With
not
you.
of his own volition.
Oh, Quentin.
This was not me. This was one of my party members thought he needed to be brought to justice, and then took him.
Did you
I
not
can
try
make sure he
to
didn't die.
convince him to, or them to leave them be? They have their own
You-
laws and rituals, I'm sure.
The party member didn't agree with how they were just letting him kill off people to make supposed cures.
Why would they kill? Were they unwilling participants?
We didn't know they were willing participants until
Oh, they were
after.
quite willing, idiots. Sorry. I'll go back to pacing.
It's okay, Oz. When we came across him doing the ritual, we were trying to talk to him. He was ignoring us and stabbing people. We interrupted him on the second attempt he tried to sacrifice a person. Battle ensued, and we managed to take him down. I stopped him from dying from a hit from Wait, was it my magical weapon that finished him off, or was it Oz?
That was you, Quentin.
I think it was your magical weapon, yeah.
God damn, the one time I did something right, I did it wrong still. We're able to take him down and subdue him. And we wanted to have a friendly conversation with him, but Oz got a little too aggressive and tossed at him, so he fought him back. And then the townspeople met us with pitchforks and torches. Oh, I can think of that.
Is this
I
why-
started that fight, and I was happier for it. I didn't like him.
We
You
need
see-
to talk to you about your aggressive issues there, Oz.
You
But
see
that's-
High Priest Clester, he stands up and he just waves a hand through the air and says something, and both of you make a charisma saving throw.
Dear God.
Oh no.
That's a nat 20.
Okay.
9.
Quentin, you feel the same. Oz, a calmness washes over you. Any feelings of rage or anger or impatience just kind of fades. For once in a long time, it seems, you just kind of feel at peace.
Do I notice he calmed down?
I'm just gonna come over there and just sit on a pew and
That's what all you see, Gwen, is you just see he just stops pacing and goes and sits down and pays attention to the
Hands in front.
conversation. Yeah.
just folded in front of me and just watching aptly.
Can you teach me that? That would help so much with him.
Oh, Quentin, you have, based on your studies and testing, you have a long way to go before you get to that. And I don't know what you mean anyways. I did nothing. And he has a sly smile on his face.
We're getting off point. Can you come to the dock with us to see this priest after we go and talk to Hero real quick and see how he's doing?
What do you want me to do with the priest?
If you want to bring him into town, I'd rather have someone of your standing walking him through the streets than, someone of me
Quentin,
standing.
what is your goal with this person?
Mostly see him brought to justice for murdering people. And maybe you guys can get the cure, how to make the cure from him, and finding a way to do it without sacrifices.
Do you have the proof for his killings?
We have a sample of the cure from one of the people he killed. And me, Bishop, and Oz all saw him stab this person.
We have the priest, and he's very adamant about confessing. He's very proud. And I'll go back to sitting.
He did
Trembling.
say this was the only way, but Oz said, I wasn't there for that conversation. Never mind. He did say it was the only way, but that's it.
I'll go down there with you, but I'm not getting on the boat. I don't want to go anywhere.
Don't worry. I wouldn't ask you to on this boat anyways. I don't think it would make it out of this harbor again.
Seems like a story for another time.
Yes. Multiple stories for another time.
Shall you see Hugh?
How's he doing right now?
He's gotten worse. The sickness has really set into him. He suffers from nightmares and cold sweats. Unfortunately, Quentin, I don't believe Hugh will be with us much longer.
I'm just gonna kind of look down at the floor. And I was afraid of that with how long it took us at Parents' Folly.
Excuse
maybe
me.
a week, maybe two.
I don't mean to interrupt.
Yes.
We have a cure. It's in. Can we not use that?
I don't know if Hugh would want to be cured knowing it cost somebody else their life.
You can ask him.
I'm gonna, High Priest, I'll be back in a little bit. Oz, let's go see Hugh.
I'll be
Yes.
here. And he turns around and sits back at his desk. You make your way through the medical area and into the room where Hugh is, and you can see one of the attendants kind of wiping his brow. His skin is pale and wet with sweat, and you see like even some graying into his beard. He looks up at you. Quentin!
Oh, Hugh. How are you feeling? Hopefully better than you look.
I feel like shite,
Are you still free your Brussels sprouts?
but I think I smell better than you.
Oh, after what I've been through, I wouldn't doubt that.
Oh, I'd love to hear your stories of your adventures.
Well, you want to hear about the owl bears or the dragon or the on fire forest in the entire town?
You did all that without me.
Don't forget the sinking ship.
The ship never fully sunk. We managed to
Sinking
keep
ship.
that up.
Yes.
It has been quite a
Quentin.
journey just to get to Parents' Folly and back. That is for sure, brother.
Oh, I can't wait to hear your stories over a nice cold beer that you'll have to feed to me, by the way.
We'll give you a straw and a cup.
We'll give you 2 hooks.
I imagine that'll make it hard for me to wipe my arse.
Just be gentle. You'll be fine.
So, Hugh, I do have a question for you. We might have found a cure. The only problem is it costs another person their life to make it. And the other thing is we don't even know if it can be reproduced without such a casualty. We're trying to get the high priest and somebody from the academy to come down and take a look at it.
And what's the problem?
The problem is somebody had to die to get it made.
And
Hugh, I'm surprised that you're not being a little more against that. Thank you, Josh.
I knew you'd see reason, you.
Quentin, I've been shutting my parents for the last week. Anything. It makes it feel better. I'll take it. No matter the cost.
Okay. I'll see if we can do something to get to you.
Oh, Quentin. It does me good to see you.
Oh, trust me, I'm glad to see you're still alive as well.
I'm alive, but sometimes I smell like death. Oh,
Damn, pretzel sprouts.
ugh. It doesn't make it any better. Oz, you smell terrible smell, and Oz, you notice that calming feeling. It's gone now.
Rage of the shit smell.
Does everything around that which is holy smell like this?
Only when you give him food he doesn't like.
Well, here I am in a temple. And I spent 4 days with a priest who smelled the same.
In the priest's defense, we didn't let him go to the bathroom at all. He had to shit himself the entire time. Some people can't hold it for years.
Quentin. I need to get some rest.
I'm back to visit you soon, Hugh.
Yeah. Stay safe.
Stay alive.
I'm doing my best. All right.
Then make my way back to the head priest.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Quentin, for the state that you was in.
I'm sure you guys have done everything you can to keep him in at least a less painful situation.
We've done our best, but it's hard.
Shall we make our way to the docks?
Let's go. And he begins shuffling. He's a turtle. He's got his beard kind of into a braid now, and he's just shuffling his feet. He isn't fast. Marsland and Jade. Wait, Gwent or Bishop, anything special?
Just waiting.
Okay. Marsland and Jade. What's up?
I think I have my fill at this point. Are you ready to head to the academy?
I am. I feel like a new cat now. I got my fur cleaned up. I actually feel like I'm a little respectable.
Yes, you finally don't stink anymore.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you for your honesty.
I am always honest. It is the honorable thing to do. Shall we go?
Yes, sir.
All right. You head out and head toward the academy with the two guards there. Halt! Only business official in the academy.
Well, I can assure you this is the most official of business. And what was it a tattoo that we got?
Yes.
What was it? Yeah,
Yes, it was a mark.
I'm gonna show that.
Hold it up.
Hi, so you have the mark. Go ahead and both of you have it, so head inside.
Do you know where we could find Drisk?
He'll find you.
Oh, okay. If you would say so. So we could just walk in.
You are marked.
I'm just making sure. It seems too good to be true.
You really get a lot more excited about this.
Could you see the excitement in my face?
No.
What? This is the look of pure joy. This is the most excited you might ever see of a Dalkin look.
I'll keep a note.
I'll nod to them and head in.
You head in and take in the. It's again awe-inspiring for both of you to see the books and floating magical items and the blue glow of the place as the familiar lizard folk comes over to you. Ah, Master Marslin and Master Jade, welcome back to the Academy.
It's good to be back here, Drisk. How have you been?
I've been good. Was able to get a couple more books in under my belt.
Ooh, anything that I might be interested in? Anything you can share with me?
No, just reading about ancient foes in faraway lands.
Oh, well, perhaps when we both have some free time, you could show me around those books. I think I'd be very fascinated. That's a topic I haven't done much reading on.
Yes, I think that would be good.
Anyway, we've had some interesting developments that I think you might be interested in.
Interesting and interesting in the same sentence. I like it. What do you have?
Well, when we were over in Heron's Folly, we did come across a priest that claims to know the cure to the illness that is going around the island. And, well, for better or for worse, we have him back here.
You convinced him to come with you?
I was not part of this decision making directly, and convinced is a polite term to use for the manner in which he was escorted back here. But yes, he is indeed out at the port and at Candor's Keep.
You see Drisk kind of turn. Did you run into trouble while you were there?
Jade, did we run into trouble at all?
That's an understatement, but a little bit. Nothing that
I
we couldn't
see
handle.
you bear the mark of banishment.
Well, I took one for the team. They're an angry bunch.
You're familiar with their mark of banishment?
Of
Or is this a universal
course.
symbol?
Universal. We also have such a mark.
Well, I do hope never to get your mark.
You say you took one for the team. What did your team do, Marslin?
Yeah, they were falsely accused of doing certain things. Whereas I had done some things that was frowned upon. So I took the mark so that no one else would get it. Would you by any chance be able to remove this?
It's a high crime to remove a magical banishment from its victim.
Oh, it's magic. I did not know that. I just thought it was a brand.
Curiosity, just because I like information, what would that punishment be for removing it?
Removal? Let's see. I believe banishment from all cities on the island. What else? That may be it.
Well, I don't think we'll be pursuing that today anyway. We do also have, I believe, at least one dose of cure that the priest was able to concoct in, as I understand it, a rather unethical, depending on your viewpoints, manner.
Yes, and you hear, Drisk, I've been needing your assistance, Marslin. As you see Drusilla come up behind Drisk, I wasn't aware you were here. Jane?
Ma'am, we just rolled in. We just got here.
You can see her also giving you an eye.
I'll just kind of touch that branding on my neck.
I was just telling Driskir about some of our developments in our travels.
Yes, and of those that we discussed, do you have any news?
We have some development on a cure for the disease.
Roll a perception check for me, Marslin.
Why can't I find it? There it is. 11.
Okay. You notice she's looking at you differently.
But,
Go on, is this something we need to speak in private about?
you seem perturbed about something. What's on your mind?
You're different.
I am?
And she just stares right into your eyes. Something about you has changed.
I was unaware that something has changed about me. What are you observing?
Maybe a conversation for a separate time.
No, I think this is a good conversation to have right now that you have brought it up.
Drisk, could you go to the upper levels and retrieve some things for me? Take them to my study, please. As you wish, my lady. And Drisk takes off and she motions you over to a corner of the room. Do you wish this conversation be made with your friend present?
I do not know what this conversation's content is about, so I can't make a judgment on that unless I have more information.
Your soul has a spark that is different.
Perhaps we should have a private conversation.
Does that mean you would like for me to leave?
Can we go to that wonderful room that we went to last time?
Absolutely. Jade, it was nice seeing you again.
And you too, ma'am.
She nods at you. This way. And she takes over and she just looks at you, doesn't even look at the book, and waves her hand over and the pages furl. And she holds it out to you.
I'll go in.
You touch it and again, swirling around. And you hear the soothing sounds of the underwater sanctuary as she appears behind you. Ah, Marslin, what have you done?
What are you able to? How are you able to see something? Who are you?
I haven't lived this long to not see consequences of decisions. Who was it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Your soul is damaged.
Yes, that actually might check out. If I am being honest, I might have died in my travel.
I see. I believe that to be true. I see you're not dead.
This is very much true, and I'm very glad to be alive.
I see. Tell me everything. And we'll there. And while
Rude.
you have a conversation with Drizella. And just text me the details that you would like to give her.
Okay.
Jade, you walk. I'm guessing you're walking out of the academy.
Am I being escorted, or I'm just kind of standing there waiting on Marsland to come back?
Okay, you're just standing there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in a room with what, a bunch of books, like a library.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab a book off the shelf and try to read it.
Okay. Gwynton and Oz and High Priest Clester, you walk over to the North Docks and you can see Bishop just standing there or sitting there. Just you notice the priest is cleaner looking, still bound. Bishop, you see them approach.
I'll step down onto the dock.
Well, look who it is. It's the metal one. Good morning.
I am conflicted.
Well, let Baronar Truesilver ease your mind. And he reaches out and puts a hand on you, just kind of pats you.
The others have not returned yet.
I wonder what could be taking them so long. The academy is closer than the church is.
I assume they explained what happened.
I'm addicted to that.
I would assume that as well, but oh, sorry. I did. You assume we explained what happened to the priest?
Yes.
Or what? Okay, sorry. My mind was still on those two. Yep, I gave him a quick version of what happened and what he's done.
Okay. So, why am I here, Quentin?
Basically, just I guess to have a talk with the priest. We're the two other of my party members are supposed to bring back someone from the academy too. But Bishop, you want to? We can bring him down off the ship, or did you bring him down?
Why are you confused about being here? They explained what he said, correct?
They did, but in their lands and based on the rituals or however their religion, it might not be a crime, especially one punishable here.
I spoke with him about finding another way, and his response was, why? Obviously, sacrificing people should not be the way this is proceeded with. There has to be another way. And he's not from another land. We are all from these islands. The laws in Briarfork are the same as the laws here in Candor's Keep. Why would Perrin's Folly have different laws?
Different religions. But if you want me to question him, I can surely do so.
I am not understanding how creating a cure is a religious aspect. Sacrificing to a god that requires sacrifice and creating a cure for a plague are two separate instances. If I wanted to eat human flesh, I'm pretty sure killing you would be illegal.
Well, I'm not human. I'm a turtle.
You're understanding what I am getting at.
Yes. And Quentin.
That has nothing to do with religion.
Quentin, didn't you say these people who were killed were willing participants?
They did say they were willing after everything was done.
It was also brought up that they did not wish to share this cure with anybody.
Well, that's more qualities of Perrin's Folly. What, you said this was a religious ritual?
It was something he was reciting from a book.
A book, you say? And he kind of shoves Bishop off to the side as he hobbles up the gangplank to the your prisoner. He pokes him with a cane a couple times. You, look at me. What, old man? What business do you have with me?
And Sarah's an old man too.
Yeah.
Technically.
Totally. What? Who do you worship? I worship the one true god of these lands, Bishaba. I know of these. We have those worshippers in our temple here. But none of them thrive on sacrifice or dark magic or bad luck. Sometimes we find ways to accomplish what even the gods can't accomplish. You see High Priest Clester kind of step back for a moment. He starts reciting a few words. Interesting. Where did you find it? You're intrusive, old man. Don't you know it's rude to look into the minds of others? Where did you find it? It was a gift, and I will use its power as I see necessary. Lester looks down, shakes his head, walks off the ship. I'm afraid we have bigger problems.
What makes you say that?
It seems that our friend here was in possession of one of the Shadowspark books. A book named A Study on Life and Death. I have read about it. It explains a lot about the cure and why its cost is so high. He turns back to Bishop. This was not religion, but a practice
I would hope not.
of the priest. Not that I would encourage worshipping Bishaba, but she is not to blame, except for your own bad luck. Tell me, where is the book?
I am sorry. I was more worried about the priest than what his ritual was. I did not grab anything.
Unfortunate. With you taking the priest, someone there has probably taken the book and hid it somewhere. We may not see it for another 100 years.
Does this change things with us bringing him here?
I would find that the courts here will lend you no justice. I can offer none. Unfortunately, it's the word of all of you versus the word of him. You can surely try. I don't know what other help I can be.
You think you could send somebody else to Parents Folly to try to find that book?
We will see if we can have send a missionary over. Spread the word of Baranar Truesilver. And he raises his hand. Praise be to Baranar. Oz, you have found grace in Baranar, have you not?
I thought it was True Silver.
It's Baranar True Silver. I always say True Silver because honestly, it's easier for me to remember than Baranar.
Have
My
I ever
studies were
heard
good,
Baranar
remember?
before this time?
He has definitely said it.
He has. He has never
Mhm.
said True. Okay. Well, okay. Well, the player does not know who Baranar is. So okay, we'll swipe that from the record.
That's fine.
I have seen possibly some good that has come from True Silver. Yes.
Good. Another worshiper.
Well,
he has prayed with me.
feel very awkward right now.
It's okay, my son.
Are you? I know that he casted a spell on me, right, to calm me down. I thought
You
after
use
the
calm
fa-
emotions, right?
Yeah, I
Yep.
think after the fact, I know that my emotions have been
I think
calmed,
so.
right?
I think
Yeah.
so. No, it doesn't say you're aware of it.
Really?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Well, all right, fine.
That's odd because that's
Usually that's the case. Maybe,
Mhm.
yeah. Okay. I can see why people worship Baranar.
Bishop.
Now,
What hell will you have me do? Would you like me to take him to his followers in the temple? Let them bestow justice?
I don't think we'll get anything else out of him. And if you are as positive as you think you are, that no justice will come from this city, I release him into your custody.
Okay. He walks up and unties him and helps him up. Come with me, Cyrus. And as he walks by, Cyrus turns to you and then looks back at Gwenton and Oz. I will be seeing you around.
let's hope not. The last time you didn't fare too well.
And he just smiles. And High Priest Clester leads him off the dock. And last thing you hear, have I ever told you the story of when I was a hatchling? Jade, you're waiting. We'll get right back to you
AFK for a
guys.
second.
Okay. Marslin. 1 second. Drusilla looks at you and says, and I can't say I know who they are, but have you learned enough?
I think that is enough information for me for right now.
I am intrigued by all of this. Do keep me apprised of your situation. You've become kind of a case study. You know what a case study is.
Of course I know what the case study is. Why would I not know what that is? I'm slightly offended you would ask.
I do believe we are going to have to do second here. I'm going to have to give you better access here in the academy, as we'll need to meet on a more regular basis.
A better access. Let me think on that. Yeah, I do accept.
I do ask, are you sure you didn't find any more of the books?
Not that I am aware of currently. It was a little bit chaotic leaving the last town that we were at, I have to say.
It sounds like it. And I saw the mark on your friend.
Yes, I forget. Were you not around when we were discussing that?
Yes. Well, we all have our secrets. We all have our mistakes. I pray that your friends make no more.
Me too. We are certainly trying to get them to see the less chaotic world.
Give me your hand.
That sounds painful. I'd rather am attached to my hands.
Hold your hand out, you blue monster.
That was a joke. Did I do good? I'm trying to learn.
I think you need a little more work.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate you being honest.
She waves a hand over the mark on your hand, and you, for a moment, there's some pain. You take
Oh, what?
3 points of fire damage.
Man.
And you look down and you can see the mark on your hand now is more prevalent. And it almost like shifts and moves and glows slightly at all times now. That
This
will
is
do.
very cool. So what
Um,
additional access does this get me?
We call this the Illuminator's Tattoo.
Sorry, you cut out for a second there.
We call this the Illuminator's Tattoo.
The Illuminator's Tattoo. Has a catchy ring to it.
You can use your fingertip to write as if it is a quill of ink.
That will come in very handy.
And you can touch a piece of writing up to around a page and speak a creature's name. The writing becomes invisible to everyone other than you and the named creature for the next 24 hours. In the case
How
you
often
need to
can I do that?
once a day. But I would appreciate if you are a way to send correspondence this way so that prying eyes don't unveil what we've talked about.
Ah. This even applies if I were to send something in by mail or by crow.
Yes.
Wouldn't sending stones be faster?
What? I've heard story of sending stones.
You're not here, Priesty.
But you have brought up some curious things. So, I must go. I'm sure your friend is waiting.
Before you go, is there anything else you need from me?
Continue on the task that I have given you.
Sounds good. And if you aren't in too much of a rush, I don't want to be too much of a burden, but we do have the priest down at the harbor that claims to be able to make the cure. We have not yet proven this per se, but he might be of interesting study.
Well, considering his powers, you could always bring him to us. We can see what he's hiding.
There was concern of bringing him through the streets of the town. Let's just hypothetically say he was not the most willing traveler.
Oh, Marsland.
This was not my doing.
Well, if he finds his way here, we'll look into it.
But you would not like to accompany me down to the docks, it sounds like.
Unfortunately, I cannot. You have raised many questions, and I am concerned at some of your conversations that you've had. I must consult with the council.
It sounds understandable, I suppose. And if I were to send correspondence to you, how would I get it to you?
Paperbird is fine.
Do I know how to do that?
Didn't somebody get some paper bird already?
I remember talking about this vaguely.
I think someone used one. Do you not know what a paper bird is?
Say we used one. We don't have any in inventory.
Okay. She reaches into her cloak and kind of pulls it out of like a bag of holding. Gives you 3 of them. These should do. All you must do is write your message, tell it to whom you are sending it, and it will make its way to me.
Thank you very much. I will use these sparingly.
5 minutes later.
Hello, this is me.
How you doing?
Just seeing if this worked. Was this invisible?
Hey, it's not Zoromir anymore.
Well, shall we return? And she opens the book back. It is beautiful down here.
It is. I pointed at the swirling tattoo. Does this get me access to this now?
To down here?
To this room, yes.
That's a little higher.
How much higher? Like the next step? Am I close?
Your curiosity is enlightening.
Well,
And
it is an illuminator's tattoo, so it is good that it is enlightening, no?
I see what you did.
I see. I'm learning. I'm getting better.
As much as I'd like to stay. And she touches into the book and you're standing in the bubble in the silence underwater.
I will stay there for the next few days. No. I'll stand looking out the window for a few minutes, just enjoying the solitude and quiet, and then shortly after head out and go find Jade.
Okay. Jade, as you're standing there, you see Drusilla appear. Jade?
Ma'am, where's Marsland?
I'm sure he'll be coming along shortly.
Is everything going to be okay?
I'm sure it will.
Oh, good.
Are you going to be okay?
I should be. Thank you for asking.
She looks over at you. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
And turns and walks up the spiral staircase to the upper floors. After a few minutes, Marsland appears. Marsland, you see Jade standing there.
It appears you have not gotten yourself into any trouble waiting here.
I told you I'd be good. Is
I'm
everything
proud.
okay with you? I was beginning to worry.
Everything is okay here. Just had a good conversation with Drusilla. Unfortunately, Drusilla is not able to accompany us to the docks to take a look at our friend. But if the priest were to make it here, they would be interested in investigating him.
I kind of agree with Bishop. We don't want to be dragging him through the streets. Hopefully, maybe Marsland. I'm sorry. Hopefully, the other two guys will have a better at it getting their help to get him in to the church.
It might be good. We've spent quite some time away from the boat now. It might be good to get back there and see if they have regrouped.
I think we should, yes. Shall we go?
I suppose I do hate to leave this place, but there are important things to take care of.
Man, they have a lot of interesting books on the shelf. Didn't understand it, but it was kind of interesting.
Oh, did you try to read some?
I've tried.
Did any of the guards get upset by this?
No.
Well, that's good. I'm looking around, make sure nothing's too out of place.
Nope. And there's no fires.
Amazing.
Screw you.
I start heading towards the door.
Okay. Quentin, Oz, and Bishop. What do you want to do?
Good. Bishop, I talked to Hugh about the cure and what it was to make it. He's in such a bad state. He doesn't care. He just wants anything to help him make him feel better. So he does want to take the cure.
I am sure he does. Hopefully, we can find another way to replicate it.
So, what do you say we make our way to the academy, since the high priest has already taken the priest away, and we have no idea where those two are?
It has taken you all quite some time to make it back here. I would agree. Either way, we need to talk and find out what was said at the academy.
Yep, and we can see if they double check that they asked about replicating the cure at all.
Okay. So you're heading toward the academy?
Yep.
All right. About midway in the courtyard in front of the keep, you see Marslin and Jade heading your direction.
There you guys are. You guys are gone for a really long time.
Well, we decided it's probably best for appearances to freshen up before going into the academy. It is a very orderly place.
That is
This
true.
was also an urgent matter.
Yes, indeed. But if they turn us away from the academy, that just means it's going to delay us even more. What have you found out?
Well, the high priest spoke to Saris, and it turns out that the book he was using for the ritual is another one of the Shadowspark Chronicle books.
It was?
Yes, it was.
Well, that is very, very curious.
It's unfortunate that I didn't grab it when we were there. That was the last thing on my mind was to grab a book.
So it's back in Baron's Folly.
Most likely. And most likely been hidden again.
Oh, well,
If the
that is...
townsfolk know anything about it. What did you find out?
And you see Marslin kind of muttering to himself, is this worthy of writing a paper bird? Don't know. Should I write one?
Why would you write a paper bird when we could just walk back to the academy?
What's a fun party trick? I want to see how it works.
It is getting into the evening, by the way.
We can walk back to the academy.
Oh, we just came from there. Drusilla would be curious to talk to the priest, but was not interested in coming all the way down to the dock. So if the priest manages to make his way to the academy, they will be more than happy to ask some questions.
Right now, he's being led back to the church to go to the temple of his god.
Right.
Supposedly, everything that he did was not how the god operates. It was his own free will to do these sacrifices based on what he found in the book.
So what does this tell us?
Doesn't
He's
tell
a
us
bad
much.
man.
But did you ask Drusilla? I said Drusilla. Did you inquire about making a replica of the potion?
I informed them that we had some potions and that we had the man that claims to know how to make the potion. And like I said, if we bring those along to them, they will be more than happy to see what they can do with that information.
I suggest we do that as soon as possible. as Hugh doesn't seem to have much time left, and I have no idea how Luna is doing.
Do you suggest we intercept your priest on the way to...
That is in the opposite direction.
Who
I
has
am
the...
pretty sure the Academy can send a representative to the church.
They seem to be weird about sending people around. We could go ask again.
Well, they
Coming
sent
from
you
an
to an island.
academy that sends people out on missions daily.
Right?
I guess I did only ask Drusilla. I could see if anybody else would like to go.
Maybe her right-hand man.
Where is the cure anyway?
The bishop
I
has
have
it.
it.
Well, we can go to the academy and ask.
Lead the way.
Very well. I'll turn around and
Right back.
right back. And as we're going, I'll hold up my wrist. I got upgraded too, by the way.
What do you mean you got upgraded?
I got to see it's swirling. Not
What's
So that's
that
what
mean?
took you so long.
I'm moving up the ranks, as they say.
Well, I know that's been one of your goals. So
It
good
is.
for you.
I still don't have access to that wonderful room in the book, but we'll get there one day.
Could just taken a book. Apparently, we need to collect books everywhere we go. If we don't, we mess up.
I'm not trying to get banned from the academy.
All right, you're heading to the academy?
Yep.
All right. The guards standing there, the same guards that were there earlier as dusk is setting in. You're back again? Why?
My friends would like to do some more inquiring. Are we allowed to
Alright.
go in again?
Let me see your hand.
I'll hold up my wrist.
Welcome inside. Next.
Thank you for your service.
I'll hold my hand up.
Welcome inside. Stay with Moslin.
Pretty sure Oz is the only one who didn't get that.
I believe Bishop was as well.
No, I got that one.
Everybody but
Okay.
Oz got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. No
I'll turn
branding
to-
on this guy.
So
I'll turn to
so-
Oz and say, I know you didn't want to get your hand printed. If you want to go either back to, like, go to a nearby tavern to get food, we'll be over there shortly, hopefully.
Guards,
Or
does
wait
my
outside.
clearance level allow me to bring a guest in?
No.
Sorry, guys, I tried.
It's fine.
I just really want you to see Drusilla again, so she'd be like, "You're past."
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was pretty upset last time he was here.
I'd rather not step in here and visit that woman again anyway. I will wait outside of the gate for the academy.
See you soon, hopefully. And I'll
Maybe.
don't go running off anywhere this time. We won't be able to find you.
My business is my own.
Two dicks in the room.
You can get that on a coffee cup.
Yes, you can.
You can.
Nah. I will not go far.
Okay. And I'll show him my mark and walk in.
All right. And Bishop?
Go, little sheep, go. I will stand outside.
Just look at Oz. Raise my hand and walk past the guards.
Okay. You all walk inside, and after a few moments, Drisk comes running up. Moslin, you're back again.
I've brought my entire, well, most of my group of explorers again with me here. Sorry to be a
Nice.
bother so soon again.
Yes, what can we do for you?
Well, you'll see. What was I gonna say? We
Two
don't have
questions.
we don't have much time with Bishop and Quentin's family here that are sick, and well, Drusilla didn't seem to want to accompany us to uh, visit the priest that knows the cure, and I was wondering if you had anybody else that could come and inquire and see if they could research or learn or reverse engineer this cure.
I can take a look at it.
I'll pull it out.
Interesting. Come with me. And he leads you back to a small hallway. And you walk through it. And even though it looks like the hallway is only maybe 10 foot long, as you walk, it seems like you're not getting any closer to the end. You're just walking and walking and walking. And then he turns to the side and a door just kind of and opens up. This way. And you step inside, and there's several tables about, bubbling vials of liquid and smoke coming up. You're very much in like an alchemical chamber. There's jars of different ingredients and powders and all those things. Welcome to my laboratory.
I must say, you have a lot of shiny stuff here. Would like to remind you that this is the only known cure that we have, and I'm pretty sure the priest that made it will not be doing so again.
I will be gentle with it. So he reaches out to take the vial from you. Do you allow it?
Yeah.
Okay. He takes a look at it, looking at the color. Interesting. He takes it over to his bench and begins looking at it, and you see him cast a few spells. Not intended. He opens the top of it and just drops one drop into a small little dish. And you see him reach down and he grabs these goggles and he starts adjusting them and looking at them. And he turns back toward you, and his eyes are huge in the goggles. There, every blink you can see the eyelids blink. Very curious. And turns back. How was this made?
We know 3 of the ingredients. 4 of the ingredients. I am sorry. And I'll list off the 3 that we actually collected. Then he sacrificed using blood.
That would explain the viscosity. You saw a sumalin tree?
We did.
Tell me what you saw.
I go into great detail.
Okay. Fascinating. There are so few left. They have the mother tree in the arboreum. But outside of that, a random tree in a forest. Very curious. He turns
Can
back.
it be replicated without a human sacrifice?
He turns back to you. I'm afraid not. We would need to know more of the process. Were there runes or symbols involved in any part of the creation?
There were, but unfortunately, we were not able to jot any of that down. Hopefully, if the Academy is willing to send someone, the priest is at the temple.
That will make it difficult. The sap
The high-
alone is a lot.
We were told not to go back to that tree, and that if sap was to be claimed again, we would have to go to the mother tree.
Even more difficult. The elves are arrogant and wasteful and cruel. They delve into magics that are unnatural to extend their own life. Few good ever comes from that place.
You could send someone to Parents' Folly with a missionary from the church to take a look at the temple. He didn't use all the ingredients, so there should still be some there.
I will inquire. And he seals the vial and hands it back to you, Bishop. Is it okay I keep this small sample?
I don't see why not.
I will run some tests, see if we can replicate without the cost.
I appreciate any effort you have.
Sorry I wasn't able to help.
You gave us more information than we had to start with. And for that, I thank you.
Let me show you the way out. And he walked you back out. Marslin, is there anything else I can do for you?
Gents, is there anything else that we need to learn from the Academy or anything we should tell them right now? I think that is everything on my part.
We told them where they can find the priest and possibly send someone to Parents' Folly. Validate that they cannot replicate this right now without sacrifice and the ingredients. I think that was everything we came here for right now.
Very well, Drisk. Thank you for your time.
Have a blessed evening.
You too.
Oz, what were you doing this whole time? Just standing?
Standing there and trying not to draw attention to myself.
Okay. You're just leaning against the building there.
Yep.
After a few moments, everyone comes outside. It's now dark.
Oh, it's about time. Well, were they able to do anything?
They were able to confirm that right now, they can't make a replica, but they're going to look into it using a small sample they took of this. But they would most likely need more sap from the Smolin tree. But if we're going to get them more of that, we're going to have to go back to the Arborium.
Well, that's out of the question. Nobody wants to go there.
Yeah, he made a comment about the elves being arrogant and into strange magic.
I've heard the same thing.
But what do we say about eating right now and getting some rest for the night?
What about Hugh?
That is still something we need to talk about.
What about Luna too?
Definitely a predicament.
I suppose we can eat while he shuffers.
There's only so
Carry
much you can
on.
do at a time, Oz.
Let us go.
Would it be worth trying to split the single dose into two? Or is that too risky and wasting it all?
That would be something we'd have to ask the priest if this is 10. Because we don't. Are we assuming it's one dose because it's like the size of a health potion
Yeah,
bottle?
and Marzin, I would say with your studies, you know that that's usually a bad idea.
Okay.
So we should go to the priest that we bound, drug across a bay, and put him up for trial.
Well, that's up for the other worshippers of his god to do now. What he did is not what his god promotes from what the high priest was telling us.
True. That's true. Well, to dinner.
Okay, where do you guys want to eat for dinner?
There's a place near the academy, right?
Nope. All the places to eat are in the West Shards.
That close to Hugh's house that I still have
Closer
the
to
key
Hugh.
for.
Yep.
He's stealing it.
AFK a second.
Okay.
Which place you want to go to?
I'm trying to remember which one we went to.
Let's go to that place that we ate before with you.
Yes, that's the
You
one
know,
I was
yes.
thinking of.
The one who is shitting.
The one with the
him.
milk. The milk drink that Jade had.
Yes, yes. Maybe
Yes.
they'll remember Hugh in his former glory.
Okay. So you head to Grob's Fork and Plate Tavern. You have a meal, we'll say. Where do you want to go from there? You tell me.
Nom nom. Okay.
You ate and drank. If there's any conversations you want to have them. Else you can head to rest.
Bishop, I know you don't have a place to stay. We can go back to Oz's. Or Oz's. Yeah, we'll go back to Oz's. Let's go. We can go back to Hugh's.
You don't want to go to Oz's.
My inn is also just around the corner.
It's across town, but yes.
Oh, I thought it was like right. I
No.
thought it was really close.
No, because your inn is near the academy.
Okay.
We still haven't made a decision. Oz, why do you think Hugh's life is greater than Luna's?
Now, I never said that.
You have implied it multiple times.
Because I've seen Hugh. And his state is dire. I know Hugh. And his state is dire.
Have you made contact with Luna recently, Bishop?
No. I have not been able to keep in touch. We have been quite busy.
How many days does it take to get to Briarfork from here?
There's what, 2?
It's more than 2. It depends if you're walking or traveling, how you're getting there.
Carriage,
Took
the
2 to
same.
get back. I was just saying, I thought it only took 2 days by carriage to get here. We stopped at the cave. And I thought we stopped only one more time.
I think it was around 3 in total.
As much as I want to say my brother, right now the fairest way to do this would be to travel to Briarfork and see how Luna's doing. The high priest said Hugh has a week or 2. And we can get to Briarfork and make a decision from there. We should have time to save Hugh. And maybe by then they'll have some information about how to make another part of the cure that we can get for Luna. Or vice versa.
It pains me to say this, but Hugh is in poor shape.
I
Yet
know.
we do not know what Luna, her outcome is either.
No.
I agree with Gwynton. If he has a week, let's find out where Luna's at.
Should we make any effort to get this book back from Terran's Folly?
Why do you think I suggested just sending someone there to try and get it? We can't go back there. We're not allowed to. We're die if we try.
Or they will.
We're in a hard spot no matter which way we look at it.
Do we leave Hugh's state up to the Academy and the gods?
Nothing against your brother. But he is older. He has lived a life. I have made promises as well.
And I do understand that, Bishop. Which is why I say we should see what state she's in as well before we make any decision of what about to do with this single dose of cure we have.
There is the chance that a cure can be found for Hugh while we are away.
He is seemingly the first adult that has gotten this as well.
Has the DM dropped any other hints on what we can do?
Nope. He's all like, who's gonna die?
Who's your favorite? Oh, who's your favorite?
Hey, y'all driving this.
Bishop, I agree. We should go and check on Luna. If anything, for your sake, for your peace of mind.
Does anybody remember where Duncan said he was staying? There was somebody's prostitute house.
It was. Ooh, me. I know. I know.
It was a prostitute house up in the
that
Beggars
question was
Market area,
rhetorical.
right?
We were really waiting for the DM to pipe in.
Madame Eustace's comfy bed down in the dregs.
Hmm.
Oh, so
know that place.
Oz knows this place.
I
Very
mean,
familiar.
I've never seen this place before in my life.
Wow, he's staying really far away from where he brought the carriage in. Because if he brought in at Beggars Market area, right?
Some trips are worth it.
Warm, comfy bed.
Let's hope he decided to stay here and screw around for a week and a half.
In the morning, I'd like to stop by my fellow blacksmith and see if he's done with what I've tasked him to do. And then I will go where we decide.
So the plan right now, based on everything we've just talked about, is in the morning, Oz goes to blacksmith. Bishop gets to try to find the person you came on the cart with to get here. Hopefully, he's still in town. And then travel to Briarfork if we can.
Yep. Sounds
Done.
about right.
So, where shall we meet in the morning?
Why don't we all just stay at Hugh's house? That way we know where everyone is.
Not a whole lot of room in the house, but there could be enough for the 5 of us. And it's closer than your hotel is, or your staying location is, Marsland.
Suppose as long as there is enough room for all of us to sleep comfortably, that's okay.
Fine. To Hughes.
Okay. You all pay for your meal. Subtract 5 silver apiece. Except for Bishop, if you don't, because you don't eat or drink. You head into Hughes. There's room enough for all of you. Is there anything you'd like to do before bed?
I'm going to take like a shower / bath and like hang my clothes up to actually dry.
Okay.
I'm going to sit out on the front stoop.
Okay.
And I'm going to pull out the white mask that Luna made for me
Okay.
and just contemplate.
All right. You take it out, and as the moonlight shines down, it illuminates the mask up, and you stare down at it, and a small bit of oil just kind of leaks out of your optical sensor. Jade or Marsland, what are you doing?
Just gonna make myself comfortable, and I'm just gonna doodle in one of my books with my new finger pen.
You just start. Right?
Just woohoo!
Oz, what are you doing?
I'm going to go to bed.
Okay. And Jade, what are you doing?
I'm just going to talk to Gunnar for just a second, tell him I miss him, and I hope to see him soon.
Do you want me to come out right now?
No, not right
I can
now.
come out right now. I saw so many munchy and crunchies that are out there.
There is plenty, but now is not the time.
I saw big ones and little ones and all sorts.
And they will kill you just like they did the last time.
Well, heck,
and you
you
don't
kill
like
me
that.
at this route.
Yes. I know.
I'd like to make it known to the party that we still have like a damaged good and an unidentified good that we found in that little haunted house like 10 sessions ago.
It's been a little minute, ain't it?
Just saying. I just want to
Oh,
remind
yeah.
everybody of that. I don't have it because I gave it up. I was just like, yeah, here's your broken crap and your weird thing.
Why can't I come out, Jade?
Because we're in a town full of people who don't understand you.
I like people. I'm good with
They
people.
may have. So you say, even though you would like to eat Marsland.
Well, he's blue.
And that has to do with what?
I like blue.
Gunner, it is for your best interest that we do not bring you out yet.
Besides,
It
if you
is
bring
on-
me out, everyone can look and see and say, look, it's a red one.
That's true. And then they'll run for their lives, and then the guards will come, they'll stab you to death, and you go right back to where you're at.
You're no
Let's
fun.
wait. I know. Let's wait till we get out into the woods. Hopefully soon, in another day or so, I should be able to bring you out so you can meet everyone.
The
Meanwhile,
rest-
have a good evening.
The rest of you hear Jade talking to something, but there is no response.
Great. Another campaign where someone just keeps talking to something.
It's the constant.
Good night, old friend. I shall talk to you tomorrow.
Good night. Sleep tight. I'll try not to bite.
With that, I will roll over and try to get some sleep.
Okay. The night passes by. It's the first restful night you've had in days. Bishop,
I'd like
you
to ask
Yep.
the DM to look at messages.
Yep. Okay. The night passes. It's comfortable. Bishop, you sit in contemplation, just staring at the mask, thinking of everything that's happened. Dawn begins to break. You, Bishop, you hear some footsteps. And you see Gwenton come out of the house. You don't hear any other movement in the house.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything is fine, Bishop. I'm just gonna go to the church. Wasn't sure if you'd be dormant or not. But I know that he can still hear and see while he's
I've
dormant,
mentioned it. Yeah.
He's mentioned it,
Okay.
but you're not really sure how it works.
right? I was going to let you know where I was going in the morning. I will be back in a little bit. I just need to go talk to Hugh.
I understand. Be safe.
Bishop, do you still have the mask out?
It's on my lap, yeah.
Okay. Gwenton, you see this mask like resting in his lap.
What's the mask for, Bishop?
Una made it. Since I show no emotion, she thought I needed a smile.
I love it. That's a very That's a very sweet idea from her, isn't it?
It is. That family has done a lot for me.
I'm glad to hear it. But I'll be back in a little bit. Tell the others where I'm at when they wake up.
I will do that.
Then I'll take off towards the church.
Okay. You head off to the church. You head inside. It's early. There's a few patrons coming into the church, and they greet you with a good morning. What do you want to do?
Morning. I'm gonna go right to where he was at and see if he's awake. If he's not, I'm not gonna wake him up. Yeah, I'll wait outside
Okay.
or go talk to the high priest if he's in his studies.
You go back, and the attendant comes out of the room and slowly closes the door. He's asleep now, love. You want me to
Thank you
wake
for taking
him?
care of him.
He had a rough night. Lots of nightmares.
Do you know what the nightmares are about?
I don't know, but lots of screaming.
Hmm.
Seems to have gotten worse over the last couple days.
Sorry, what was that?
Seems to have gotten worse over the last couple days.
He was telling me about them yesterday. But is the high priest awake yet?
He might be. He's quite an early bird.
Okay. I'm gonna go check on him then, see if I can talk to him.
Okay. You knock on the door, and the door kind of opens as you knock. And you can see him like he was studying something in the book, and he's kind of nodded off, and you see a bit of drool kind of hanging out of his mouth. And he,
Mother, I don't want to eat that.
But it's good for you. It'll make you strong and healthy.
I don't want it. It doesn't taste good.
Must be Brussels sprouts. Since he's sleeping, I'm just gonna wait outside the door. Like, I think there's like a little sitting area or anything.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go sit down
So you-
and do like a little prayer / talk to True Silver.
Okay. You sit there for a while and pray. After a few moments, you hear,
Did I forget to shut my door again?
No, High Priest. I was just waiting for you to wake up again.
Quentin, it's quite early.
It's been a long night.
That it has. It seems
How
that
are you?
walk to the docks and back kind of tuckered me out.
Well, it is a long, quite a haul to go back and forth between the church and the dock. But what were you studying just now?
I was just getting in some reading, history of True Silver and all.
You have some time to talk about a difficult decision.
Always, always. Did you know that Baronet True Silver was not real friendly with orc, goblins, and giants? Her husband hated them.
What did he have against them?
Well, they're orc, goblins, and giants.
Feel like there's supposed to be more here, hinting at somebody's backstory. Well, I
But
can't say I've ever came across orcs.
you don't remember the small girl you diagnosed when you were taking
She
your
didn't seem like
test.
she was going to hurt anybody, though. So I don't know what her True Silver's husband would have hated about her.
Well, you need to read more books.
And he grabs a book and reads it and points to it.
Is it secretly a copy of the Shadowspark Chronicles?
Every time now.
It's gonna be like the door hinges all over again.
But you said you have a difficult decision. I can help, I guess.
Yeah, it's about the only dose of cure we have with both Hugh and Luna. Luna is the child of the family that took in Bishop. She also has the Meredith's kiss.
I see. We'll have to wait till next week
When we come back.
Ooh.
Knew that was coming.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for coming out. My voice is shot.
Right? From the 7 different voices you did tonight.
Yeah. Whew. But definitely need to rest that. Yeah, I hope everybody had fun. I'm happy. There's a lot of little pieces moving all over the place, so I hope the players are enjoying that.
Yes.
Oh, I love that a lot, actually. There's some things that happened I really enjoyed tonight. Oh, poor bit. Yeah, I'm seriously like, yeah, it's. I need a voice that like changes me into an old man.
Then
Isn't that
back
just
to
your natural
Gunner.
voice?
No, it is not. I must go save Luna.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, thanks to everybody coming by. Thanks for the subs, everybody. Thank with Fanboy Tone giving out some subs. We're still at 195 followers, so we're one closer from Madam Legit stopping by. 5 more, and we're gonna give it a break. But with the D&D stuff getting fixed up, maybe we'll give some digital stuff away in a few months. Blanco, thanks for coming by. We're going to try to, let me look up something before y'all leave. Don't forget Midland Mall Comic-Con coming up. It's about a month away now, a little over a month. So it's a short month, so we'll say a month away. So don't forget to get that if you want to sign up and get your stuff early. Today is pretty much the last day for the Christmas shirt. We'll be pulling that off of there. It's wonderful. 1 second. And what else am I missing, fellas?
You actually gonna be here on Monday?
Do what?
You be here next week?
Yeah, we'll be here next week.
Yay!
We will be?
Yeah, wow.
Oh my God.
3 weeks in a row.
Wow, I think that's a record.
Really, we're coming off of the Christmas season and January work schedules. I will be out a week in February, and then of course we've got the March stuff going on. So you guys will get some breaks.
Actually, the 20th, I will not be here.
Actually, that's the week I'm gone, so that's perfect.
Oh, nice. The 20th I won't, and then also the 6th and the 13th. Maybe just the 6th of March.
Well, we won't be here then either because we'll be coming back from Midland Mall. So,
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
yeah,
2 for 2.
that's very, very good timing.
That's very convenient.
Yeah. I don't think I'm missing anything. So
There's
There we
still
go.
no one-shot sign up.
Yep.
There's technically a couple slots left. I was hoping to get like 4 or 5 people for it.
don't forget Banter and Babble on Wednesday. They're going to be doing a Mario Party community night. So not Mario Party, forgive me, Mario Kart community
Ooh,
night.
even better.
Mario Party would be toxic. That game ends friendships. That's worse than Catan. I can't even play Mario Party in my house because my oldest daughter is like a tyrant. She's awful. Like she yells at people if they're not doing the right mini game thing. So she has to play by herself. So nothing is as toxic as Catan. So I introduced my youngest and my wife to Catan recently, and they hated it. Which is unfortunate because I really like Catan. And yes, I agree. It can end friendship.
Catan?
Yeah.
Catan?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Tone, for sure. Like the first board game I ever played with my friend Contango was Catan, and I was like, dude, you gotta freaking stop. Like it's definitely it's Catan.
Catan.
Chris Catan.
Funny thing is, I don't think I've ever played that game very much. I started playing with a group of people one time, but like when you have 10, 15 people in a room trying to play something, it doesn't take very long to get distracted.
The question is Cherry gonna win this? Is she gonna come to Midland Mall and win this dice tower? Dun, dun. I haven't ever played with the expansions for it. So I don't know what that's about. I like the game, but Mario Party, terrible. Friendship ending kind of game. What's the other? Well, some of the games we've played as a group, because we get together for an in-person, are like that. Doomlings is kind of like that.
Doomlings is a nicer
is
screw your neighbor.
Yeah, very much so.
But like I told Drastin, the very, very first time we played it, I felt like nothing happened because I terrible at shuffling cards. But like the more I play it and the more cards are shuffled, the more fun it's been for me.
Dungeon Mayhem ends friendships too. Like I can't even bring that to Tone's house anymore. Of course, he owns it now. But Dungeon Mayhem, fantastic card game, great to play with anybody.
I like
Dungeon
Mayhem.
Freaking God, is that game? Screw your neighbor. That rogue deck should be banned. A lot of them should be banned.
I had that against when we played. I almost wiped out Carlson in one round.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Insane.
Gosh.
Insane. Yeah, Dungeon Mayhem. It's crazy. Do board games. All right. So we're gonna send you off. We're gonna send you over to Captain Robert. If you're not familiar with Captain Robert, he's a long time. He was a what was that stupid thing we started on? Mixer. He was a Mixer D&D streamer, and he does on Twitch. So we're gonna send you over that direction. So thank you for coming out tonight. We always appreciate the support. And until next time, we'll see you in the dungeon. Thanks for coming out.
The end is upon us, I promise you novices don't want no problem with me. So watch how you talking and where you've been walking, they call me the BBEG. I'm more than a little OP, I do what I want to, that's a mantra. Keep 'em running and gunning like Contra, I'm a monster. The end is upon us, I promise you novices don't want no problem with me. So watch how you talking and where you been walking, they call me the BBEG. I'm more than a little OP, I do what I want to, yeah that's a mantra. I keep 'em running and gunning like Contra, yo I'm a monster. Turn it up. What you know about the final boss? I got him trying to buy time with the sign of the cross. I redefine high crime and the meaning of loss. I'm off hip, but I body like I'm playing lacrosse. Beat to the EG, I'm keeping them queasy. I make it seem easy, acknowledge me. I've been demolishing your cities, I'm astonishingly sleazy. I'm the big bad, y'all must be the cast. I'm killing the master, villain, a blast, a disaster. Really a rap bastard, within the rap fast for the masses. I ravage all races and classes. Savage, I can't stop myself. Thinking of all the ways I can top myself. On God, I can move like a devil. I hope you and your squad are ready for the last level that ends here. The end is upon us, I promise you novices don't want no problem with me. So watch how you talking and where you been walking, they call me the BBEG. I'm more than a little OP,